I previously mentioned that I might have done my stupidest purchase ever. And trust me, I've done a lot of stupid purchases over the last couple of years. That's when I bought the Samsung Galaxy Book4 Edge. But I was wrong, sort of. This is my review of the Samsung Galaxy Book4 Edge after a month and some days. Cheers from Sweden and welcome to my channel. I post videos about being productive on your Samsung devices, so if you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe for more. I always wanted to do one of those I was wrong videos that seems to be so popular on YouTube. Every tech YouTuber seems to be wrong sometime. So this is my contribution to the endless list. Maybe I should do one of those The Truth as well. We'll see. Okay, where to start this video? Perhaps that this is definitely not my stupidest purchase ever. As a matter of fact, this might be one of my best purchases ever. I'm not counting when I bought my house, as in the bank buying my house. But for tech purchase, the Galaxy Book4 Edge is on the top 5 list for sure. Now, I did have my doubt during the first week or so, since some stuff didn't work as well as I wanted. Like Capcut, my video editor of choice. That application had some issues. I also felt that the battery life could be better. Just a tad better at least. But after about 5 weeks of use and some Windows updates and Capcut updates, things are getting much better. The battery life has improved for sure. I was traveling for a week, and with light usage, like browsing the web and running Windows updates, checking email, watching YouTube, doing some video editing in Capcut, stuff like that. I charged the laptop about 2 times that week, and at no time the battery was down to 0. And the screen brightness was set to around 70%. Not too shabby if you ask me. I can't say that I have any battery anxiety anymore. Oh, and the fans are pretty hard to hear as well. When I exported my first impression video, the Galaxy Book4 Edge, the fan was quite noticeable. Then when using Capcut in x86 mode. But more on that later. This is a very quiet laptop. System temperature is somewhere around 34 to 35 degrees Celsius with some apps open. That's okay for me. Regular usage is very snappy on the Book4 Edge compared to my 1-year-old Galaxy Book 3 Pro with an Intel i7 1360p CPU and 16GB of RAM, same as on the Galaxy Book4 Edge, when using application that is running natively on ARM, that is. Emulated applications work too, but can take a few seconds to open. I haven't installed any heavy x86 based apps, so I can't say how well they will work, except that they will work and probably use some more battery. My browser of choice is Edge, and that one, no big surprise there, works just as well as on the x86 computer. Every extension that I use works, like the one for Raindrop IO, which I use almost every day. Spotify, Pocket Cast, Ambi, WhatsApp, TV Show Tracker, Obsidian, Upnote, Old Files are just some of the applications that I use on a regular basis, and they all work. Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Lightroom works as well and are natively on ARM. I wish that Lightroom Classic will be available eventually as well, but until then I'll run it on my old laptop instead. I also played around quite a bit in Capcut, which is now natively running on ARM. Everything that did not work in the beginning, like being able to play 4K 60, H.265, high bitrate HDR10 Plus clip, shot on my S23 Ultra, without getting any hiccups, well, works now. Cause now Capcut can use the video decoder on the Adreno GPU when playing clips on the timeline. So I would say that Capcut works just as well as on the x86 based laptop computer, except when exporting a video, but more on that in a future video. One thing though that does not work with Capcut is to update Capcut. When updating Capcut in the update tool, the x86 version is downloaded, not the ARM version, and the x86 version crashes on my laptop. With a little bit of luck, the Capcut team can fix this in a future release. I hope so, at least. What more? Well, the web camera is pretty good, I would say. And yes, there are some AI stuff that might be handy to have. This is, after all, an AI laptop. And this is how it looks and sounds. Well, good evening, good evening. Hello, hello. I also like the keyboard and touchpad. Both of them works as intended. Some reviewers has mentioned that you can't click on the upper part of the touchpad, only the bottom part. But you can tap without any problems. So I don't see the issue here, really. I more or less never click on the touchpad. I tap. Same when it comes to the speaker. Not that I tap on the speaker, but I've seen some reviewers that don't like the speakers. But I guess it depends on what you compare them to. In my case, I compare these speakers to my old Galaxy Book Pro. And the new ones are better, so the speakers are downward firing, so they sound better if you place the laptop on a table or something. You can enable Dolby Atmos if you'd like, and for me, these speakers are pretty good. Not the best one, but if I need better sound, I just use my Surfer headphones or my Galaxy Buds instead. The screen is a keeper as well. I kinda like the 3K resolution on this 14-inch screen. Recommended is to scale up to 200%. But I am a little bit naughty and uses 175% instead. Oh dear, oh dear. The colors are really good, and the screen is bright enough to use outdoors in some type of shade, if it's a sunny day, that is. Are there any cons when running a Samsung Galaxy Book4 Edge? Well, I honestly can't say if there are any cons, except the problems with updating Capcut that I mentioned earlier. Since I don't own another ARM-based Windows laptop, I can't compare to any other laptop. So I don't know if I should have better battery life or not, for instance. But that's with my use case. And I'm more of a good enough guy rather than
everything must be top of the line or not, it's rubbish and unusable.
I don't run any games or heavier applications, except for Capcut and sometimes Adobe Lightroom and Adobe Photoshop, which has been working good enough. I did try to run Filmora 13, another video editor, and well, that was not the best experience. Filmora can't recognize the Adreno GPU, so video decoding and encoding doesn't work at all, resulting in a very choppy timeline experience. I guess this is because Filmora 13 is running in x86 mode and is not a native ARM application. So we'll see what happens there in the future if they can release a ARM-based version. DaVinci Resolve has released a public beta of DaVinci 19. And that one works. Well, almost anyway. There are some glitches in the GUI from time to time when switching between the editor and Fairlight, for instance. But it's a beta, so it's expected. Perhaps not a con then, but I thought I should mention it anyway. So I guess the biggest con using a ARM-based Windows computer is that all applications does not work. And no one knows if they ever will work. If you can get over the cons that I mentioned above, I would say that you can't go wrong buying a Samsung Galaxy Book4 Edge. You can, of course, buy another ARM-based Windows laptop. But if you, like me, and have Galaxy Buds, Galaxy tablets, a Galaxy phone, and a Samsung TV, then according to me, the Galaxy Books are the only laptops to look for. I guess I think the same way as some of the MacBook buyers do. They already have some AirPods, an iPhone, and perhaps an iPad. Honestly, I have no buyer's remorse whatsoever for buying the Galaxy Book4 Edge. The battery life is way better than I'm used to. The keyboard is good. The touchpad is good. The build quality is good. The weight is good. The screen is good. Everything is good. Until next time, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And have a lovely day. Bye!